and welcome to another episode of Radio C, a weekly show dissecting news highlights in and around the American University in Cairo, brought to you by The Caravan. I'm your host, Basant Samhout, and this week we're checking our privilege. There are a lot of things that we take for granted. Our homes, food, and education. Millions around the world have been stripped of their privileges and even basic rights. If I were to discuss all the inequalities of the world, then this episode will probably never end. So, we're zooming into refugees and the role of the AUC community. We're also hosting Yasmine Haggag, a political science senior and the Vice President of Student Action for Refugees, or STAR for short, to get a better idea on how AUC students proactively give back to the community. STAR is an AUCE community service club operating in Tahrir campus since 2001, providing free English courses for refugees.
We follow the common European framework for the English language as like our course materials. We open the application for 2 to 3 weeks. And then we make them take a placement test at the beginning of every semester to see which levels to put them in. So it's more of a first come, first serve kind of thing because our capacity can only take on so many students.
Unfortunately, STAR is not accredited, but you will have proof of a 10-week commitment that you made to the course based on the level that you've had. And then you will attend a graduation ceremony that they organize at the end of the semester.
A lot of the refugees that come to STAR usually want to apply for the refugee card, or they want to pursue a degree at AUC, or they need English as a second language for a job that they're applying for. They come for a multitude of reasons.
The skills that you have that would serve a particular job market may not be suitable in Egypt. So that is especially a struggle for refugees coming to Egypt from Africa, because they mostly have experience in their agrarian economies in farming and agriculture, which wouldn't specifically be the skill required for you to be able to smoothly integrate into Egyptian society or to be able to easily find a job.
It's more about learning life skills and presentation skills and maybe even resume writing. And we try to integrate lots of different things into the classroom, not just English.
To become an official refugee or asylum seeker in Egypt, you need to have what is known as the blue card. And the blue card is basically you being a recognized refugee in Egypt, taking all of the social services that are needed by a refugee. Those who are less fortunate or unable to receive the blue card either have a yellow card or a closed file. A yellow card is kind of a temporary status. The yellow card has much less advantages and services allotted to you than the blue card. And finally, there are the closed files, which means that these people need to reapply for asylum in Egypt. Doesn't mean that they'll be deported. Egypt does allow refugees and asylum seekers to stay in Egypt, but they will have to go to the Mugamma to update their papers and renew their visas or stay. Yet, with all these challenges, refugees manage to find success and still persevere in pursuing an education in Egypt.
I had this one person approach me at the graduation ceremony last semester, actually. He was a man, and he told me that he finished all the levels in STAR a few years back, went on and continued in St. Andrews. Now he has a very stable job, ومكمل حياته, and his wife was actually one of the students at the graduation ceremony for us. So he was coming to support her, and he was like, I really believe in everything that you guys do, and I encouraged her to join your program because it really changed my life. So we do have lots of success stories like that, and it's truly a very rewarding entity.
And to continue inspiring us with such beautiful success stories, AUC offers 2 types of scholarships for refugees, undergraduate scholarships for refugees and graduate scholarships. You'll be able to find more details on those in the links attached in the description. And that brings our episode to an end. I'd like to thank Yasmine Haggag for sharing the incredible work of STAR with us. You can also check them out in the link in the description. Special thanks to Brooke Comer, instructor from the Department of Rhetoric and Composition at AUC, for providing a lot of the background and research material for the episode. Radio C is brought to you by The Caravan. Visit us at auccaravan.com for more news stories. Tell us what you think in the comments and make sure to follow and share our podcast. Don't forget to tune in next week for the latest news. Thanks for listening.
Radio C.